Alrighty, we are doing readings for Sagittarius and Gemini tonight. This one is going to be for Sagittarius. The tea fortune of the night is: you are the master of your judgments, your decisions, and your actions. I've been getting a lot in the other readings about the importance of how you conduct yourself and about how you conduct yourself and how you decide to carry yourself through trials and tribulations, how you decide to represent yourself, how you choose to react to whatever may be going on, and the importance of being careful with what you choose, and how the only thing that you have control over in this life is how you choose to react and conduct yourself and carry yourself. And there's such an importance being placed on it right now, because let's say that you give in to reacting from a really angry, bitter, resentful place. You're only going to lower your vibration. You're only going to lower your vibration and make it difficult for you to see what is coming up for you in your life. In hard times where emotions are running high, there is great reward for how you carry yourself. And it's a gift. The hard times are a gift, and it's usually a moment for you to find growth and level up somehow. It's filled with opportunity, even if you can't see it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. I'm feeling called to the Crystal Ally Oracle. That was already there, but I think it's just a funny coincidence. Well, if you believe in coincidences, I don't really feel like there are any. All right. What does Sagittarius need to know? I hope that I said Sagittarius at the beginning of this. I already did Geminis. Alright, we have Manifest Light at the bottom of the deck. And the feeling I'm getting from this is bringing light into your current situation. And in order to do that is being grounded and connected to love. Or choosing the high road. Bringing wisdom into a situation. That's the feeling I'm getting from it. The book itself will say something a little bit different. Oh, man. I'm hungry. At the bottom of the deck, we have prayer. We'll read that. I'm not getting too much of a feeling from that. We have prosperity, which is an earth element card, and dreams, air, or wind element. We'll start with prayer. Prayer is not only about asking the divine for what it is that you look to manifest, but also giving thanks for all that you have, for all of the strength that you've given, for being right here in this moment, for learning everything that you've learned, for all of the hard times, the good times. I find it beneficial to be thankful for fresh water and fresh air. I just wanted to throw that out there. And getting into a prayer that is filled with gratitude is one of the most uplifting things that you can do. It's really important to find a little gratitude every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed. It really, really helps in times of, or in difficult, heavy times. Wind. Oh, that's a storm element. Storm. And the storm element has a lot to do with change and transformation. Great change. Prayer 271. Fulgurite, which is the stone of the prayer card, is speaking to you the power of prayer to create radical and unforeseeable change in your life. Fulgurite is ready to carry your prayers and wishes to the universe, but don't expect them to manifest in any usual way. The universe is on the verge of supplying you with a new and totally different direction. The old saying, "Be careful what you pray for you will surely get it," is certainly true in this case. That which you have been praying for is about to be manifested. Expect the universe to throw in a couple of lessons along with the gift, however, and give thanks for all that you are about to learn. I recently watched something that spoke on how some of the really, really difficult things that we've gone through is also a gift. It doesn't seem like it. Let's say maybe you had a childhood that was filled with some sort of abuse. It's hard to see that as a gift, isn't it? But it is. It is a gift because it taught you about who you want to be. It taught you about how you want to show up in this life. It taught you the importance of patience and love and gentleness. Just an example. There's many things that you could have gone through and many things that you could have taken from it. But even those very difficult things that don't feel like gifts at all, there is a gift within it for you to find and be grateful for. Just as the storm brings renewal and rebirth, so too does the energy of Fulgurite. Embrace its vibration and open yourself to its frequency. You will soon understand that when you are centered in prayers of thanksgiving and surrender to the divine, all of your true desires will be answered. Being as I see surrender to the divine here in Gemini's reading, and I forgot to say this in Gemini's reading, but I'm doing the zodiac signs in pairs of their opposite sign because I think that, like Gemini and Sagittarius, for instance, are opposites, are two sides of the same coin. Opposite, but the same, if that makes sense. It could speak about the duality that we have within ourselves. You know, we have a shadow side and we have a light side. We have a masculine energy and a feminine energy, and all has to be integrated. So there's going to be something beneficial in watching the Gemini reading if you so choose. You don't have to, of course. But one of the cards at the bottom of the deck for Gemini was surrendered to the divine. And it also spoke about prayers or wishes coming true. And I just think that this reading is going to have a different side of what you could be focusing on and working on in order to stay focused on you and what you're trying to invite into your life. Okay, prosperity. $95. Is it Garnet or Garnet? I'm gonna say Garnet because I feel fancy. When Garnet appears in your cards, it is reminding you to open your eyes to the bounty and prosperity that is being offered to you by the universe. The earth is the perfect vehicle for providing you with all that you could need to survive and thrive in physical form. Ask for what you need and acknowledge that this or something even better will be given to you. The illusion of scarcity was created by humanity as an outgrowth of the illusion of separation. In truth, there is enough prosperity and wealth to ensure that every human's needs are met. It is only through your own ideas of scarcity that you staunch the flow of prosperity into your life. When you accept the prosperity of the universe, you are able to bear witness to the bounty of your birthright as a child of the divine creator. Garnet is calling you to accept the gifts that have been set before you. Acknowledge those that you have received with gratitude and affirm your belief in a prosperous and bountiful universe for all beings. Gemini's reading spoke a lot about releasing control. And this one's going to be talking a lot about being grateful. Or it already is, I guess. Dreams, 235. When Sugilite appears as your ally, it is calling you to place your trust in divine purpose and follow your heart's dreams. You were given your desires as signal lights on your path. If you have a desire to do something other than what you're doing, follow your inner guidance and find a way to explore your dream. Every event that occurs in your life is a creation that allows you to take a step forward on your path. When you follow your heart's dreams, you will always have the motivation and drive to follow your innermost heart on your path. This is not to say that you should quit your job today and move out of town. Of course, if this seems appropriate, follow it. But if you open your heart and your life to make room for your dream to take root, the universe will send the appropriate experiences and the opportunities your way. If you start doing what you love in small ways today, you signal to the divine that you are prepared to take action upon your dreams. So finding gratitude for everything and releasing feelings of scarcity. Releasing those feelings, because when you do so, you are opening yourself up. Believing that you can do something, have something, achieve something is the best way to open yourself up to something. Anything. whatever it is that you decide to call in, I guess. Okay. I don't know why I'm choosing this deck. I'm using the Line Striders Tarot. Alright, King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. When I see the King of Cups, I see somebody who is in touch with their emotions, but also, I don't want to say in control of them, but I do want to say that at the same time. Not so much so that he keeps himself from feeling them, but they don't run his life. He has authority over them. Let's see. Oh, and there he is. He just flew out. Ooh, okay. Goodness gracious, here we go. Ace of Pentacles wanted to fly out. King of Wands. Justice. There's Libra. We had in Gemini's reading, one of the oracle cards. I used the Moonology oracle deck for Gemini's reading, and one of the cards was New Moon in Libra, and it has the scales on it, much like this does. All right, I need a moment to sit with all of this. The Chariot is the first card that came out. Willpower, determination, continuing to move forward. Continuing to move forward through the different pushes and pulls through life, because you're not, with the Chariot, there's a lot you're not in control of. And I think that's where that King of Cups came in. Being connected, but also not being connected to your emotions, but also not being ruled by them. Using them to help move you forward, perhaps. Put your focus on what needs your focus. Then we have the Two of Swords and the Nine of Wands, and then we had the Two of Cups fall on top of both of those. Two of Swords speaks to crossroads energy. Maybe not being able to see something for what it is. A decision needing to be made. And then with the Nine of Wands, we have someone who has had the absolute garbage kicked out of them, but they're still going. And then with the Two of Cups, that fell out on that. I might have to take a moment to sit with that. Then we got the Three of Wands. And then the King of Cups, which was at the bottom of the deck after my initial shuffle. He flew out, and then the King of Wands made an appearance too. And there being a Justice. Justice at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I need to spend a little bit of time with this spread. Give me a moment, I'll be back.